Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Rams. Two teams that don't like each other much. One will go to Super Bowl 53 as we're underway in the 2019 NFC title game.
Detroit!
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Detroit!
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Lucky 56.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Allen now on first down. It's caught left side by Cooks. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaq Thompson able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
On play action, Allen. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
On first down, it's Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! Hot!
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. He's going to float this one deep right into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now it's Newton. And they've got the hookup. This is Olsen. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. On play action, Allen. He's got Fitzgerald. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. And now they'll throw with Allen. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Mario Addison able to get in there and drop him behind the line. The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown Rams. Larry Fitzgerald from 10 yards out. And the Rams are in for 6. The PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. Carolina getting set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
On the ball. Gun. Right to the 3. I get it.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Come on now.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on third.
Do something.
Back to throw, Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit!
So after the INT, it's Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. It inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Handoff comes to Anderson, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. They'll try the air now with Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have tied this game up. They can take the lead with the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Play action. Now it's Allen rolling to his left. He's letting it fly for Cooks. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Rams on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Detroit!
From the gun, it's Allen. And bulldozing his way through. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now, this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Remain here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. On the move to his left. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. This is caught. It's close. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 yards there and a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a second down. Allen off the play fake. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Allen to throw once more. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Mario Addison able to get him for a loss of about 3.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
All right, here we go.
Allen now from the gun. He'll throw. Dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. So we've reached... Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Now it's Barner. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. They give it to Anderson. And some room to roam now. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Hitting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. McCaffrey on the counter. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Newton on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And now running right through it. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5, about the 4. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. McCaffrey spins past it, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
And Gano's kick is right through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Gone!
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards on the play.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now Allen operating from the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Leopard!
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Mario Addison in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Detroit!
From the gun, Allen. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. On now is the big leg of Greg Zuerlein. He has hit from as far as 61 away in his career. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Being chased out left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. That's Samuel caught left side. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Oh, look at the juke. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 2nd down, Anderson down right around the 25. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here's Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? And put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Detroit! Detroit!
On second down, here's Allen. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. On play action, Allen. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Dontari Poe busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Now Allen to throw on second down. Buying time to his left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Julius Peppers in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. Here's Johnny Hecker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.